Well, better late than never, I say. Uh, so yeah, I have a bit of an extremely delayed review, everyone. I do apologize on this. I just kind of lost it, I guess. After I would say I lost it, that sounds a bit too insane. But I just kind of lost the will to make a review for this movie. But I finally have now. I'm here giving you my review for the long-awaited, anticipated sequel for The Incredibles 2. Okay, my whole thoughts on like the lead up to this, I was skeptical from day one. I was like, I don't know, you really need a sequel. The way the first one ended was so good, and I'm like, it felt like it's one of Pixar's greatest works. It's up there with Finding Nemo, Up, and Toy Story trilogy. And I'm just like, how can you top it? And I definitely gonna say that, and I'll be very honest, I was not impressed by the trailers. I hated it. I was like, are we gonna focus on Jack Jack too much? Oh dear, really? Oh no, why are we doing this? So much too much. It feels like at least in my mind, too much attention on Jack Jack. But the movie knew how to, at least in my opinion, lead up well enough towards his own ads and make it look at least somewhat enjoyable. So for me, someone that's skeptical from day one about this, considering that they're also going to make Toy Story 4, which is totally fucking unnecessary, was The Incredibles 2 worth the wait? That 14-year wait? I'm going to say absolutely. I was pleasantly blown away by this movie. I love how it still continues on within the Incredibles universe that they have created, and yet the story feels smart enough to know how it continues from the first, while still making a story through line that still makes sense, and still doesn't feel too ethereal or out there for the Incredibles universe. The first film is all about how like the superheroes have kind of passed away. It's like superheroes are kind of gone, they're kind of outlawed in a way. And it's kind of like, okay, what happened then? There's a resurgence. The first film was very much quite like Watchmen. It was like, okay, superheroes are gone. What's the aftermath of that? And then this film is all about bringing them back a good image, making them look greater once again. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say make superheroes great again, because that's a terrible line. Because they were always great from the first time around. But what made, in my opinion, The Incredibles 2 so freaking damn enjoyable, one of my favorites of the year, is the animation is so top-notch. The voice actors are incredible. I feel like Craig T. Nelson, Samuel L. Jackson, Holly Hunter, everyone in this movie, just again, feels like the characters, especially Brad Bird, back as Edna Mode. That was wonderful. I thought he, again, just adds so much hilariousness to the role. There's a whole lot of shit that went down behind the scenes of this movie, but I'm not touching that here. I'm just talking about the movie. And I definitely gotta say, it's worth the wait. It was so good. I feel like Brad Bird is the best director for this. And considering what he's done as a director, like this, the first Incredibles, the Iron Giants, the fourth Mission Impossible movie, he has one damn stellar resume as a filmmaker. And it's so well done. And what I love about this movie is that it still had a smart story of what it needed to show for The Incredibles. It knew how to make that story realistic and palpable within the universe. I felt like I believed it. As I said, it's all about bringing them a new image, making them come back within the full swing of Mrs. Incredible. Instead of Mr. Incredible is now in the limelight, and she's getting great press. While there's a new villain, I forgot his name. I'm totally just gonna cheat off the internet right now. Well, crap, I can't find it. But at least I really do like how again, everything just kind of made sense, and it had such a beautiful top-notch animation. And afterwards, I was turned to one of my friends, and he just went, That was such a splendid experience. That was so sweet. It felt so bittersweet and clever and well done. And again, the comedy was wonderful. I love the jokes were consistently great. I will say the screensaver, I believe, is the name of the villain or something like that. And he has a bunch of does things with the VR effects on the television he projects on, which is difficult for me to watch because I have epilepsy. So when watching that, I'm just going, I can't watch this because I might just have a freaking seizure watching the movie. So at the very least, in the beginning of the movie, I recall, it shows if you suffer from epilepsy, which I do, this may not be the best experience for you. So I really was like, it was a bit kind of overwhelming for my head. At least I could, really smart enough to look away. Why is the fucking screen so dark? But one of the best things about this movie, as I said, is that it knows how to just feel so palpable and real for its own world. So everything felt authentic and genuine. The kids, oh my god, are so funny. Holly Hunter as Elastigirl. Again, the dad, Mr. Incredible, proves to be my favorite character once again. And again, the kids are great. There's an amazing, I think everyone who's criticizing this movie, or is reviewing this movie, is saying this one great thing, and that is there's a fight scene between Jack, the little baby, and a raccoon, and it rivals the battle with Thanos. It's one of the best fights of the year. It's so bloody out there and funny, and there's a look on the raccoon's face of, is this really happening? And it's so out there and so intense and so funny, and it's such an enjoyable film, and I loved it because of its own tone, and it felt so funny and authentic. Do I have some problems with the movie? Sure. It's weird because I thought it was just a damn blast. Okay, I only have one little gripe with the movie, and I do think, here's the thing, I thought the villain, for the most part, was a good villain. She made sense. I like the motive. Again, I'm trying to be as vague as possible. But once it reveals who the villain is, it's kind of like you can kind of tell. But at the very least, it still made sense, and it still felt consistent within the characters. And I felt like it was, at least for me, it was somewhat. I could somewhat digest it fine. I was like, okay, it's a little obvious, but I can still kind of be like, sure, I can understand that. But as a whole, I thought The Incredibles 2 was such a visually entertaining, funny, clever, well-made animated sequel. And going into this movie, I was like, I want this to be, let's make this a Toy Story 2 instead of Cars 2. And I could happily say that I was right with that type of mentality for this movie. And I was just pleasantly surprised by The Incredibles 2. A movie that I was skeptical from day one for me. So, yeah. In the end, in my opinion, I thought The Incredibles 2 was a very fun movie. I'm just trying to... I'm so fucking tired of the lighting. It sucks. I'm sorry, but, that's about it for me, everyone. I really do hope... Oh, shit. I need a rating system. I have a 100% system. I'm not going to go perfect out of this movie, but I'm definitely going to go big on this movie. I'm going to give The Incredibles 2 an 89%. I think this is easily one of my top 7 favorite films of the year, easily. It's fun, it's well made, it's very funny. The ending, again, in my opinion, kind of reflects, again, not to give too much away, the ending itself, I'm like, that's so reminiscent of the first. I'm like, yeah, I really love the way it ended. I thought it was such a good little tip off to the audience there. I'm like, that's so good. Let's wait a couple more years for maybe The Incredibles 3. There's no anything on the internet about it, but I'm like, here's hoping for The Incredibles 3. So, yeah, let's do this. I think that's my video, everyone. Really do hope you enjoy it. And you can click right here to see my most recent video, and I have a link to my own channel. Here's always, everyone, thank you so very much for watching. As always, everyone, have a great day. Till then.